Welcome back here, guys and gals. Joseph James here. School of Trades, sideways markets. It's that time of day again. Here's your lunchtime recap. Trade of the day today. Now, we began this morning, opened up the Russell, crude, euro, maybe a little bit of gold. We did all of our formal morning prep this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget, if you're a member of mine, advanced members, you come in and you see me every day in the live trade room. All right, everybody gets those daily price levels every morning. So don't forget, any level of membership gets those daily price levels every morning, including the beginner members. But this morning we came in with our advanced members. We opened up our trade room. What did we see? Sleepy, sloppy market personality across the board. Wasn't until lunchtime this afternoon that we were able to see some good personality. First things first, we wanted to sell short on crude, but the personality wasn't there today, so we stayed away from crude. Did a great job planning, and we're ready for crude oil this morning, but just couldn't make it happen. We then moved over to the Russell. Now, you might be asking right now, well, Joe, wait a second. Your method can be used on crude and Russell? Absolutely. See, about 10 years ago, I learned a valuable lesson. If I'm paying my bills with this trading strategy, if the money I make today is going to pay my rent tomorrow, then I need to make darn sure that I have a strategy that won't be affected by one market's personality. In other words, I need something to control my own destiny. So my trading strategy has to be effective on any market that I want to trade. Don't make that same mistake that I did. I had a rude awakening about 10, 11 years ago when I had learned a method that only worked on the S&P. Well, sure enough, the S&P goes flat for 2.5 weeks and I'm out of luck. Unfortunately, I can't tell the banker when my loan is due that, sorry, I need some more volatility in the S&P, right? They don't have the same sense of urgency that I do they? So the reality is we need a strategy that is both consistent, right? Got to make profit every day, but can also be applied to whatever market might be moving. And we don't know that. Now, I know that I love crude, I love gold, I love euro, I love Russell, but boy, as much as I would love to say these will never stop moving, they definitely might. And ever since we had the credit crash of 2007, 2008, not many professional traders would ever say the word can't ever again. So we got to have a strategy that works on anything, folks. That's why we're so successful. If you're not liking the way euro's looking this morning, move to the gold. Don't like the way gold looks? How about the Russell? We know where the high percentage trades are going to occur every day. All we have to do now is find the market that's setting up for them. My favorites are crude, gold, euro, and Russell. When we saw the crude oil wasn't giving us much to work with today, we immediately ran over to the Russell. Let's take a look now and let's see what we found on the Russell this morning. Now let's set the stage for a second. What had been happening over the past few days in the Russell? Look out below, right? Big drops. And so we knew that looking at the anchor chart, this is an anchor chart. An anchor chart is your slowest time frame. This is going to show me the big picture. So the anchor chart, I provide a template for. It's called the anchor chart template, really simple. You can see that the buyers here, after we tested that 900 big round number, big psychological level, once we tested this 900, we knew right away one of two things were likely to happen. It was either to keep going lower, down to this, as you can see, quarterly low, begging for it to be tested, or it would retrace, and of course, big drops often equal big pops, and so we'd be looking for buying opportunities here today. In other words, are we going to see a short covering rally? Are traders going to take their profit out of this short position, and will that cause stops to get run and buy orders into the market? Or will this market bounce a little bit and then roll right over and keep going lower? So really, the anchor chart this morning just told us, keep an eye out, price could move higher or it could easily keep falling to move lower. Now let's move to our entry time frame. And the entry time frame is going to give us a big clue here. Here's now the entry time frame. Now the entry time frame, we're going to reference one of my favorite strategies, and that is the double top trading strategy. Now the double top trading strategy is really simple, but it's probably not the same that you've seen before. Here's what I'm talking about. Most people think a double top is resistance. and it is for most situations. But I consider a double top pattern to be a buying opportunity. So remember, the anchor chart told us that we might go higher or we might go lower. And we needed something a little bit more to give us some proof. Now, what do you see here? There's that double top. Now, before we go into the double top trade itself, I want to show you real quickly here the two rules for a double top. That's right, there are two of them. There are two rules for a double top. The first one is, for a double top, the market must be moving higher. Okay, this would be the opposite for a double bottom. So for a double top, price must be rising. And for a double bottom, price must be falling. The second thing is, it needs to look the part, right? It's got to look like a double top. What does a double top need to look like? It's going to look like an M pattern, right? There's a double top. Just like a double bottom, you guessed it, would look like a W pattern. Okay, so double top, double bottoms, very simple. For a double top, I want to see it going higher. For a double bottom, I want to see it going lower. And again, remember, it needs to look the part. That's the second thing. Now, we have a lot of new students that come into our trade room, and they ask me, is this a double top? And the answer is no. That alone is not a double top. There must be a big gap between the two. There must be a period of time between the two. And here's why. Have you ever heard me say it helps to think of the people behind the candlesticks? This is one of the biggest reasons for my long-term success in my career, was I try to think about who are the people behind these candlesticks. So think about this. Think about you're trying to kick through a wall, or you're trying to put your shoulder through a door, right? Or you're trying to break through some sort of obstacle. And think about what's going to happen. Let's pretend you're the buyers. The buyers are pushing price higher. And of course, we get our first test. The buyers are going to be exhausted. They're going to fail. The second time through, what happens the second time through? The second time through, the buyers say, let's give it a little bit more effort this time. If they fail the second time, now what happens? Now the buyers say, no. You aren't going to keep me from going to new higher highs this third time. Because this time, I'm bringing my friends with me. This time, I'm gathering all the buyers with me. I'm bringing the sledgehammer, the bazooka, the Mack truck. I'm bringing the Hummer, and we're going to blow right through. Whether you like it or not, I'm taking this thing out. Okay, think about it. Whether you're a person trying to kick down a door, right? The first time you kick it, you get a sore foot. The second time you kick it, you try a little bit harder because, I'll show you. And if you can't do it the second time, now what happens? You've loosened up the hinges a little bit. You've broken the wall a little bit. But this time, the third time around, no. You're not going to wait here. You're bringing the big guns with you, and you're going to break that high. This is why I see a double top as being a buying opportunity. This is why most new traders do not, is because they don't think for a second what the people behind the candlesticks are trying to tell me. All right, so now that you've learned more about a double top, let's take a look here now. Let's go into this would be a tick chart, a very fast time frame tick chart. And you'll see that buyers are going to try, the buyers try, and they'll fail once. Buyers move up, they'll come off those highs once. They try it again, fail. Try it again, fail. I don't care whether it's a triple top, a quadruple top, I don't care if there are 10 tops. I still trade it the same exact way. I call it a double top. I'm going to take the lowest point of that double top, use that for my calculation, and I'm now going to factor my double top support zone. So again, is price rising higher? Yes, it is. Check that off the list. It looks the part. Check that off the list. So double top, rising higher. Got that. Double top, looks the part. Got that. Now, we go into the buy zone. Now, members out there, don't cheat. You know the answer to this one. What's the key for us to get long? There's three things we're looking for. The first thing is test a buy zone. Second thing, change from bearish to bullish in the trend. See this red shaded area here? Okay, here's my buy zone. When we go into the buy zone, what are you seeing here, guys? It's shaded red. So these sell signals, I'm not even caring about. Not caring about. Rule number one is, if I'm going to buy, I need to test a buy zone and then start to rise higher. Rule number two says, change from bearish sentiment to bullish sentiment. Again, bullish sentiment occurs when we have that green shaded area. Okay, bearish sentiment occurs when we have the red shaded area. I'm looking to get long here, so I want to get a bullish sentiment. Let's see what happens here next. Again, we're going to pull back into the buy zone. We've got rule number one. Now, do we have a change in trend? Where do you get it? There it is. There's my change in trend. Now, we've got both things happening. We've tested the buy zone. And again, these buy zones are delivered every day in our live trade room and the night before in the beginner's course. We test the buy zone. We go right back up now. We change to a bullish trend. We've got 2 out of 3 rules. Where's the third one? Now all we need is the first 3 buy signals will be the highest percentage. Wait for it. Wait for it. There's your first buy signal right there. Step 1, test the buy zone. Step 2, change to bullish trend. Step 3, wait for the entry signal. We get the entry signal. My stop loss is going to be placed below the buy zone. My profit target's going to be a 1 to 3 risk-reward ratio, a 1 to 3 risk-reward ratio, which means my target will be all the way up top. Remember, guys, the easiest way to go broke is to take your profit too early. Make sure your risk-reward ratio, if you haven't learned about risk-reward ratio yet, if you haven't learned about trade management, risk tolerance, how to properly manage your trade account, guys, come in and join me on any one of our free webinars during your trial, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so again, stop loss goes below the buy zone. You're going to see first 3 signals, signal 1, 2, and 3. There was actually 4 buy signals here. Again, my stop loss is below the buy zone, so I don't need to worry about it if it pulls back. There was a value area low here at that 910.7. 910.7 was the value area low, so it got chopped up around that a little bit. Here's another example of a retest of a buy zone, which, watch, now will give you another signal. Okay, that works too. Remember, you've just got to make sure that you take the buy zone test, followed by the change in trend, and then your first 3 signals are the best trades. I'm going to take a profit target off at the double top high. Again, remember, this is that third attempt now. The double top is the first 2 attempts. This is the third attempt. Like we talked about earlier, this is when you bring the sledgehammer. Okay, I do want to take, if I am taking partial profit targets, which I did on this, if I'm scaling out of the position, I will take 1/3 of this position off at that double top. The second target now is going to go with symmetry, right? What symmetry? The symmetry I'm going to use here is going to go from low of day up to high of day. I then take that, project it over here, project it up. There's my symmetrical second target. Okay, so symmetrical second target. That was my second target. You can see this one gets filled pretty easily here. And then as we go through, my final target now is sitting up top here at 920. 920 is my final target. And you can see at the time I'm filming this recap here over lunch here in the trade room, you can see we are inches away from filling the final target. Huge trade today on the Russell. Again, when it comes to a double top, it's got to look the part, and I want it moving higher. I used my entry trigger indicator to wait for price to test the buy zone. Test the buy zone, change in trend, first 3 entry signals. Test the buy zone, change in trend, first 3 entry signals. And again, we provide all the trade management. We provide everything in real time, ahead of time in our live trade room. If you're a beginner member, you'll get the daily price levels every day. If you're the intermediate member, you're going to go ahead and get your price levels and your trading plan. Now, if you want to see the exact trades that I took today, if you want to see our daily totals for the day today, go ahead and sign up for your free trial, right? Or log into your course materials. All right, so if this is just an example of the trade of the day today on the Russell. If you want to see every trade that I took today, go ahead and join either on the free trial, right on the home page, or log into any of your course materials and you can get a full-blown recap there as well. Don't forget, guys, the beginner's membership, intermediate membership, and advanced memberships are all very special in their own right. The beginner, intermediate, and advanced, they all get those daily price levels every evening. It's just the advanced course members that come in and join me every day in the trade room. Okay, don't forget, there's plenty of information on the website for you. Before I let you go, though, don't forget, come out and see me in Las Vegas. We're excited to be trading live the 23rd and 24th in Las Vegas, Nevada of the month of May. That's Memorial Day weekend. Go to the blog. Check out the blog link here for the live trading event. If you have any questions, we got that friendly young lady there standing by to help you out with any questions you guys have. Come join me in Las Vegas. We are adding a web-based attendance option very soon right now as well. So if you can't make the flight to Vegas, all right, or if you live in Vegas and you can't get out of the home office, I understand. You can also attend online. We'll be opening up this for online attendees later on this afternoon. So come join us in Vegas. Sign up for any one of the 3 membership packages to receive the daily price levels. Intermediate members get the trading plan and the software. Advanced members get everything, including the trading plan. From the entire team here at the School of Trade, I want to thank you so much for coming in and joining us here for your lunchtime recap. Again, nothing moving well early in the morning on crude. Jumped right over to the Russell, made our daily goal. If you want to see exactly what we did today, go sign up for our free trial or join as a member. And we'll see you guys here tomorrow morning, live trade room. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. Joseph James here. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.